Everybody's in tune. Good. Yeah. Good morning. As I said, I'm not a morning person, and I don't sleep much, so I always wake up miserable. So let's try to make technique something that makes you feel a bit less miserable in the morning. If you are a morning person, better for you. So you can start your warming up sessions with a much more positive attitude. For me, that is a kind of process of bringing me into the thing. Many people think of technique as playing accurate, playing fast, playing loud perhaps, and every time I'm giving a lesson to anybody, those are not the problems that appear. The problems that appear are usually musical problems. It's melodic sustain, it's rhythm, it is phrasing, it's balance. So maybe we are doing some kind of technical work that is not very musical. And many people ask me, how can I get a bit more musical with my technique? Of course, I mean, you don't do exercises to become musical. Like, if you are doing a sport, let's say that you are doing soccer, of course it's good for you to be able to run a lot and run fast. But that is not the only thing that makes you a good player. So on the guitar it's pretty much the same. Being accurate is wonderful. Being loud and fast is wonderful. But we need to associate that with a kind of more artistic outlook. So that is what I'm going to try to work today, okay? So the first thing that we are going to work on is good tone, sustain and phrasing, yeah? Because it's a short session, let's get hands-on. I was just working, you probably know that I'm a conductor as well. So a couple of weeks ago I was conducting a Brahms symphony that is, I mean, as sophisticated as it gets when you're playing in the orchestra. And many players, they were having trouble at intonation, phrasing, and sustaining a melodic line. So it's not only the guitar, it's for everybody. So I was just trying to work with them on the beautiful second movement. If you have ever heard of Brahms or of his symphonies or his symphony number 4, when you get back home, that's the first thing that you have to listen to, because it's a really beautiful piece and good for you as a guitar player as well. So we are going to get a fragment from this symphony. That is, by the way, in E major. The symphony is in minor, that is guitar friendly. So, listen, I'm going to play 3 times and say the names of the notes so you can memorize it. So, the melody we are going to play is this. Okay, so E, F sharp, G sharp, okay? So just listen once and then we play together. This is the first half of the phrase. Okay, together, 1 and 2 and 3. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Let's try again, because many people get so anxious to play. I want to play, and you play before the right time. So it's 2 and 3 and bum, 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 bum. Let's do all that. 2 and 3 and go. Good. Now the second half of the phrasing is D sharp, E, C sharp, E, B. Okay, listen once. Okay, let's do that. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. Do, di, do, di. No, the second beat. It's on 2, it's on 2. Oh, stop. 1 and 2. Do, di, do, di, do. Again. 1 and 2. Do. Okay, now I'm going to play the whole stuff again so we can play together. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, did anybody not get it? Last time, huh? Again. 2 and 3 and think of the rhythm first. So it's 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, bum bum dee, 1 and 2, do dee do dee do. So 2 and 3 and very beautiful melody, but it's still not sounding very beautiful. We'll get there. I'll tell you why. We tend to be very vertical when we play technique. Yeah? Ba, 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 ba. E, F, G, C sharp. We want to make a phrase now. So let's play only the first note. But don't force the first note. People might ask, oh, do I play rest stroke or free stroke? I don't care what you do with your finger after it has played. It is not the technique, it's not the direction of the finger that matters, but the musical intention behind it. So the first note only, everybody, but I don't want bam! I don't want a kind of karate move. I want it to be fluffy, like a beautiful bread. Okay? So try to control your finger, not to do bam! It's so 2 and 3, yeah? Only the first note. Again, I still heard this kind of I want to hear. Okay? Together with me. 2 and 3, yeah? It's too loud. Too loud. It doesn't have to be that loud. 2 and 3, yeah? Okay, now pay attention at the way the sound develops. Because after you play, you have the room resonance, you have the guitar resonance, and you have the sustain. Pay attention at the sustain, okay? 2 and 3, yeah? Starting to get pretty, yeah? It can be even more beautiful. Now think of a green color for the sound, whatever it is. 1 and 2 and 3, yeah? Okay, I still hear this too close to the bridge. That to me is orange. It's red. I want it to be green, okay? Good. So with me, 2 and 3, yeah? Too loud. 2 and 3, yeah? It's starting to get there. Good. I cannot hear the people on the left. 1 and 2 and 3, yeah? Okay. Try to be more precise with your beat. 2 and 3, and I don't want to hear blah blah. It has to be 2 and 3, yeah? You see, we can get perfect, and that is technique. Playing in time is the first thing of technique, actually. Okay? Now, let's do the whole phrase. Together. 2 and 3, yeah? Okay. First note is good. The other ones are bum, 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 bum. Do, da, ti, da. Always pay attention at the middle and the end of the note and the way it leads to the next note. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3, yeah? Okay, quieter. The louder you play, more percussive it gets. And this note, this melody is not percussive. Okay? It's fluffy. 1 and 2 and 3, yeah? It's getting there. That was very nice. Now, this melody does this. Let's try to create that kind of hill in the middle of the phrase, so it doesn't get bum, 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 bum like an exercise. It's a non-exercisey exercise, okay? So let's make phrasing there. It's a slight crescendo, one note leading to the next, one note searching for the next while you play, okay? Very, very much on the sound board, on the sound hole. Yeah, don't get close to the bridge. I don't care if it's rest stroke or free stroke. Yeah, and look at your left hand. I mean, many people playing like this. You're not playing violin or viola. We're playing the guitar. So, yeah, perpendicular. Yeah. Okay, so we have better coordination there. 1 and 2 and quiet. Wonderful, I like that. I would like to hear the swell in the middle of the phrase a bit more. 2 and 3, yeah? Okay, we have to play in the mind before we play, otherwise we make mistakes. And I mean, I don't care much about the mistakes. What I don't like is this propensity of making mistakes. Okay? We have always to be with the mind in advance. So play in your mind while I count. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. If you really love the first note, and there's nothing more beautiful than the first open string, yeah? Ringing with a shine, with a sheen. Listen to that, and then you won't be so much in a hurry to play the next note. Okay? Okay? 2 and 3 and... Thank you, that's what I want. Let's get the second half of the phrase. You probably remember that. D sharp, E, C sharp, E, B. Okay? Good. So let's do the second half of the phrase. 1 and 2. Okay, I count 1 and 2 and then we play, okay? 1 and 2. Good. People in this direction are playing really well. Let me listen to that again. 1 and 2. And this way here. 1 and 2. Good, thank you. Everybody together now. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Sorry, it was from the beginning. From the beginning. 2 and 3 and... Listen to something. Melodies, they are not notes. They are intervals. It's the distance between the notes that makes a music sound like a phrase, like something that is meaningful. If you just play pa, pi, pa, pi, pa, they are just notes without much of a value to them. They are isolated actions. That is what we don't want. We want this to sound like a beautiful melody where you hear the harmonic relationship. So it's do-di, do-di, do. I want to hear do-di, do-di, do. So don't rush when you have to do E, B, because the distance is larger. Okay? Don't rush in larger distances. Okay? From the beginning again. 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah? Sound. I really like it. Now, that's getting very boring because it has repeated already 10 times in the same key. We are going to do in C major. Okay? How do we do in C major? We start with it. We were doing in B major, so it was E, F sharp, G sharp. Do you remember which one else? C sharp, D sharp, okay? C major is all natural notes. So, that will be very, very different fingering, yeah? From here. Look at it. Can we try? If you make mistakes, I don't mind. That is part of the process. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, now let's organize the right hand fingering. Huh? If we don't start with the M finger, it doesn't work. Actually, we start with I. Huh? And repeat I. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and... That is pretty good. The only thing is that once we change the key, we start to play like a cow again. Huh? Don't hit the notes. Cherish the notes. Hone the notes, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and... That is very beautiful. Now we have a problem here. First time we played in E major, all 3 notes were on the same string. Now we have 2 notes on the second string and 1 on the first string. What should we do here? We have to make sure that both strings, they don't sound together. So we avoid this effect. Yeah? So what you're going to do, once you play the note D, you lift the finger very gently before or as you go to the first string. So listen to the mistake. Please don't play while I talk. I'll play wrong. And now I'll play more sophisticated. Let's try to play the second way. 1 and 2 and 3, yeah? is part of this music.
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's try to do a vibrato and see if there is any difference. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Beautiful. It doesn't make the slightest difference. Why? Because vibrato on the first fret doesn't sound out. So many times we create this habit of making vibratos in places where it is not needed. Vibrato of all guitar techniques is the one that has to be the most rational. We just think of vibrato, oh, I'm playing full of emotion, so I'm going to play with the vibrato. No, the vibrato has to be calculated like 007. Okay? So only make vibrato where it is needed. In this case, it's just waste of energy. Just make sure that you play the first note properly, and that's enough. So, no vibrato. 1 and 2 and 3 and... That's very beautiful. Look at this. So the notes don't overlap. I'm sort of gently lifting the fingers after I play the note. Look, I lift the first and I lift the second. That is a process called synchronization between the hands, when you lift and when you play, and when you do both together. So let's work on the second half of the phrase, trying to avoid the overlap, okay? 1 and 2. Very beautiful. Try again. 1 and 2. Good. We've done in C major. What is the fifth of C? G. Let's do in G. You can choose if you do the lower octave or the upper octave. I'm going to do on the lower octave. Huh? Listen. Let's try to do that. 1 and 2 and 3. Thank you, René. Good. We are doing the right way with the help of Maestro René Izquierdo, which is first think, second play, find your way with the guitar, third write. Good musicianship is you listen, you play, you produce, and you write. And you get from the music and you read. We shouldn't have any kind of impediment. Either way, reading from the music or writing from the play. Okay? So always write these exercises after you play them. Okay? So let's do again with G. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, let's try the top version of that. I start with the fourth finger on G here on the second string. Let's try that. Good. You've tried out 1 and 2 and 3 and... Now let's make a little vibrato here on this G. Look. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Beautiful. But now let's make that beautiful swell we did the first time. Huh? 1 and 2. This half will do the lower octave. This half will do the upper octave. Okay? And this is the half. So. You remain there and you move back to the first octave. 1 and 2 and 3 and... I love the phrasing, fantastic. What is the fifth of G? D. Can you do D major with all my help? Yeah? If you don't, just keep on your neighbor. Okay? So we start, of course, with the note D, okay? Good. Silence, please. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, now with the phrasing with beauty. Huh? Always play exercises beautifully. 1 and 2 and 3. 3, and okay, what is the fifth of D? A major. So start with A on the 3rd string. Think of what you're going to do. Remember that A major is G sharp, F sharp, C sharp. Okay? And now, remember, second half of the phrase has to be ultra, super legato. And think of the distance in between those notes, the interval, okay? 1 and 2, A major. Fantastic. Okay, do you realize that when you start to put your mind to work and playing different keys, the exercise gets a little bit less boring in the first place? Second thing, we are focusing on musicianship and musicality, not just moving the fingers. Fingers have to move right for the music, not for the sake of the fingers. Okay, it's not a narcissistic process. It's not because you look at the mirror and say, oh, I'm accurate, I'm fast. I mean, we're working on the music. Very nice. So this is you can do that with all sorts of music, with fragments from pieces that you play at home, or from your school assignments, or from fragments from pieces that you already play. And then you can increase to faster passages where you have more complicated articulation problems. Talking about articulation, let me think. Articulation, do you know what articulation is? Because many people don't quite know the concept. They just think it's legato, staccato. Is that right? What is articulation in your body? It's pretty much in music. It's the way one solid part is attached to the next solid part. So, if you think of your back, you have lots of different bones there, but they are sort of stuck together, so they are absolutely legato, overlapping sometimes. And other joints like this, or your wrist, they are completely loose. And some of them are somewhere in between, like your fingers, or like your foot attached to your leg, and so on and so forth. So, in music, it's pretty much the same. Sometimes we have articulations that are like this, and sometimes they are like this, and sometimes they are like this, and progressively far apart. On the guitar, we tend to play everything a bit staccato, with a gap in between, because we tend to land the finger on the string a bit too early. So that is not nice. So let's work on that, because you have to work that in your technical exercises. There's no point in practicing scales if you don't think of the articulation of the scales, okay? So we are going, I hate scales. I practice them in pieces. If I play Concerto de Aranjuez, I practice scales. I don't need to get a B flat major scale, okay? I play the scales from the music I play. But in this case, we're going to play, let me think, Monteverdi, L'Orfeo, what beautiful piece, and the beginning, the overture of Orfeo, is just a scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That's what you're going to play, okay? So I'm going to do this very slowly for you. Look at this. Okay, so let's do the first half. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, okay? With me. 1 and 2 and. Okay, I hear. Boom, 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 boom. I want you to hear. 1 and 2 and. Now a bit faster. And. Too fast? Free stroke. It makes your life easier. In this case. 1 and 2 and. We have to be together. It's da ba da ba da. Again. And. Okay. This melody is like an arrow. Da ba da ba da. Let's play the music, not only the notes. So and. Okay, try not to do bum 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 every note. fingers in the right hand, they're a bit looser, okay? Not so like a claw. Let this joint be slightly more relaxed, okay? Try again, and we have to be together, huh? One, and. Okay, when we have a beat, it has to be together with the beat, not pam, 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 and not, okay? So the beat is here, 1 and 2 and. That's getting better. 2 and. Wonderful. Start a bit quieter, play very legato, and aim at the note G. So 2 and. Very nice. Can we play a little bit faster so we take advantage of the exercise? 2 and. That was very nice. Very nice. Very, 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 very good. Now think of the rhythm with the left hand. We always think of this as the hand that produces the notes. Like, you know, it's creating a keyboard for the right hand to do the rhythm. It doesn't work like that. We have to think of the rhythm with both hands. Otherwise, we don't synchronize them. So don't play. Only think of your left hand fingers doing this. Pa, 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 pa. Absolutely rhythmic, okay? Pa, 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 pa. So only think and place the fingers. 1 and 2 and. No playing, only left hand. And don't hit, it's only placing the fingers. Rhythmically. 2 and. I see that many people get very delayed. Don't delay. Pa, 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 pa. And don't be tricked by the note E that you don't place. Pa, 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 pa. Okay? That's it. That's the way the guitar works. Any string instrument, actually. So, 2 and. Oh, don't hit. I don't want you to hear it. 2 and. Good. Now playing. 2 and. You see that you have legato. Okay? So whenever you don't have good legato, think of the rhythm with the left hand. That is a good start. Of course, it doesn't make it. It's not only one trick. We need like, 10,000 tricks to play the guitar well. This is one of them. Okay? Good. Now let's do the second half. I cannot play standing. Okay, let's try that. Sol, sol, fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. So, 2 and. Okay, I chose that example on purpose because we have a tricky thing called dot rhythm. Every person has a different concept of that. If you go to the theory classes, everybody will say, oh, the semiquaver is 1/4 of the semiquaver. The 16 notes is 1/4 of a quarter note. Well, yes it is, but when it comes to real playing, that is not the way it works. Sometimes a bit shorter, sometimes a bit longer. What I can tell you is, if you enlarge the dot note, the short note has to be shorter. So you end up together. In this case, for us to be really disciplined, we are going to do exactly a quarter. Pam, pam, pam. So, pam, 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 pam. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I hear is pa, 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 pa. No. Pa, ta, 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 ta. 3, 4. The guitar so much. We can hit at the beginning. Sol, sol, fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. Let's try that. 3, 4. Let's do the whole stuff now. Sorry. If you don't know what fingers you play, well, work. Okay, 1 and 2, eh? Okay, trouble changing string there. Huh? From the first string to the next. Huh? From note E to note D. What do I do here? E, open, right? D with the third finger. I get my third finger a bit sideways so it will stop the first string. Okay? If I just keep it straight, we have an overlap. And this overlap is very unpleasant. Okay? So slightly bent finger here. So I stop the first string with the left hand. Okay? Let's try again. From beginning. 1 and 2 and. Wonderful. Now I want to have as perfect a legato as we can possibly get. Yeah, like this. Very, very tight together. The end of one note is only marked by the beginning of the next. Okay? We cannot have overlap because there are too many notes being played on the same string. So they are as attached together as you can possibly get. 3, 4. Okay, the short note to the long note is getting a bit staccato. No. Let's try that. 3, 4. Very good. Let's make a beautiful diminuendo at the end of the phrase. 3, 4. Very nice. All staccato now. As short notes as you can possibly get. Okay? Top, 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 top. 3, 4. We're starting to rush. Okay? Good. Was very good playing, but we started to rush. Pop, 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 pop. There's lots of nothing between notes. Okay? 3, 4. Okay. I'm clapping at the emptiness. Okay? Ping, pop, 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 pop. Wait. Okay? 3, 4. No, never mind the mistakes. But the rhythm was right, okay? So that's what your mind has to work at when you are playing. You think, pa da 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 da, pa pa, pa pa. Okay? 3, 4. Good. What is the fourth note of C? F. Okay, so let's start with F on the fourth string. F. F with the third finger. Do, da, 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 D. B flat, of course. So everybody gets the same fingering. Start with finger 2. F, G, A, B flat, C. Okay? Start with finger 2. Good? Let's do it together. 3, 4. Okay, this is the worst orchestra in North America because some people are playing staccato and some people are playing legato. Huh? So, let's start with staccato. Pop, 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 pop. 3, 4. Okay, you can play G with the fourth finger. It'll be easier to make staccato. 3, 4. Good. Legato. 3, 4. Legato first half, staccato second half. Yeah, 3, 4. Good. Now, what's the fourth note of F? B flat. B flat. Let's play B flat. B flat, C, D, E flat, F. Start with finger 1. Pa, 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 pa. Don't forget, E flat, huh? You got it? Everybody legato then. 3, 4. Okay, lost the long notes. Da 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 da. 3, 4. Faster. 1, 2. The rhythm got a bit funny. What's the fourth note of B flat? Good. E flat. You're good. Very nice. E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat. You can be lower octave or upper octave. You choose. You got it. Okay. First time slowly and scale staccato, dot rhythms legato. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the rhythm got really messy now. P, pa, 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 pa. Yeah. 3, 4. Twice speed, twice speed. 1, 2. What is the fourth note of E flat? A flat, okay. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat. Every note is flat except for C. Okay, you got it? We are going to do fast the first time, huh? First position, start with finger 1. Good? 1, 2. That was a mess, but it was a beautiful mess. Let's do that nicely now. 3, 4. Okay, now we are going to work on speed, burst of speed. We have two kinds of speed. Sustained speed, that is, we manage to play, let's say, a tremolo for 5 minutes, okay? And that is one kind of a physical attitude. And the other one is the explosion. It's like we are going to play a very fast scale, but it's only 5 notes. That is what you're going to do now. Okay, that is a bit like sport reading. So we're going to do da ba da ba da, A flat. Okay, da ba da ba da. 1, 2. Good. Enough. Enough. Yes. Only the scale. A bit fast now. 1, 2. Okay. Speed is not loudness. Keep it quiet. 1, 2. Okay, very slowly now. So we think of the synchronization between the hands. 1 and 2. And it's not your speed, it's my speed. Okay, 1 and 2. Lovely. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1, 1, yeah, 1, 1, 1, good, yeah. Sometimes we have to do that, so you reach your limit, okay? And it's super important, you know, flamenco players, they learn how to play those fast scales pretty much this way. With time, the outburst of speed becomes a kind of more sustained thing as well. Okay, good. So, yeah, enough of articulation. Let's do something else. Stretching. Does anybody do stretching here? Yeah? Good. Me too. So let's do something that is very funny. Let me think. Yeah. Let's put your finger, your first finger here, on E, on the third string, okay? First finger, ninth fret, where you have the little dot, okay? Okay. Good. Let's do very slowly, very legato, and very sustained. And make sure that you lead one note to the next, okay? So 3, 4. Beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch first and second fingers. So there will be one fret a gap in between first and second, okay? So, okay? 3, 4. For this exercise, I know that people have different techniques and different playing postures, but for this one, I want your hand to be square. Yeah? Second and third finger, they are as straight on the fingerboard, I mean 90 degrees, as you manage, okay? Fourth and first fingers, they close inward. Second and third, they are pretty straight, most people. If your hand is different, don't feel forced at doing something that is not your nature, okay? But for most people, second and first fingers are straight. So, E, F sharp, G, G sharp, okay? So, 3, 4. Play quiet, play beautiful, and make sure that you develop your guitar, okay? Now we are going to do this. Stretch the fourth finger. So 1, 2, 3, stretch 4. Okay? Is it clear? 1, 2, 3 together, stretch 4. So E, F, F sharp, G sharp. Too hard, just enough so your fingers don't slip. Okay? Now we are going to open 2 and 3. So it will be 1, 2, stretch 3, 4. This is tricky, yeah? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, stretch 3. Many people are not doing it. So it's E, F, G, and G sharp. Okay? 3, 4. Very good. Now we're going to do 2 frets behind, starting with the note D. We are going to do exactly the same. So first of all, we stretch finger 2. So 1. Okay? 3, 4. There are some people who are still up there. Start with the note D on the 7th fret. Yeah? 3, 4. Good. Now we are going to stretch the 4th finger. So 1, 2, 3 together, 1 gap, 4th finger. Good. 3, 4. You see that the hand is flexible. It sort of moves together with your stretch. Now we are going to stretch 2 and 3. So stretch 3. If you don't manage, insist a bit. It will get a bit hot. So 3, 4. Very good. Now we are going to do something else now. Stretch 2, stretch 4. Okay, so 1, stretch, 3, stretch. Okay. Very hard for you? Of course, for smaller people, it's probably a big stretch, isn't it? But you manage. Look at that. Your hands are very flexible. Fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Your guys are good. I couldn't do that at your age. Okay. So, starting here again. Stretch 1, 2, and 3. And 4 is together with 3. Okay? 3, 4. It's just a G major scale. Okay, relax. Do this and this, this and this, this and this. Do you feel this part of your hand a bit hot? Do you feel this a bit hot? While it's hot, it's okay. If it starts to hurt, stop. It never hurts to play the guitar. If there's something hurting, it's something wrong, okay? But getting warm is a good thing because I use this exactly as warming up exercises when it's cold. Yeah, stretching is perhaps the best exercise for you to warm up. Okay? So yeah, now we are going to do something very challenging. Stretch 2, stretch 3, stretch 4. Good. It's no use playing fast because the exercise is stretching, okay? Okay, exercise will be this. Okay, just listen first. Yeah, we start on first string, move to the second, move to the third, move to the fourth, and back. Okay, so together with me. 3, 4. Do you realize that you're doing a unison here? Most people cannot do that. Can you do that one fret behind? Start with the B flat. No thumb. You have to keep both fingers together. Yeah, yeah. Keep all that. Yeah. Good. Very good. Fantastic. Enough. Don't do too much of that. Okay? We don't need too much. We just need it every day. Okay? Now, let me think of something. Everybody practices scales, right? Or most people. Yeah, most people. Most people also practice arpeggios, right? You practice arpeggios. Slurs, most people. Yeah. What about chords? Does anybody practice chords? Many people don't. And when I'm talking about practicing chords, I'm talking about practicing vertical balance. What is that? Many times a teacher comes to you and says, oh, you have to play the melody more up front. You have to enhance the sound of the melody. And you sort of think of that. I mean, in your mind you know what it is, but many times you don't know what to do with your hands to be able to achieve that. So you start to play loud, and then the accompaniment gets loud as well. So there's no point. If you're going to play everything louder, you're not separating the melody from the accompaniment. Yeah? So we are going to work the next 10 minutes, so we finish the lesson, warming up for that. Okay? We are going to work on, let me see. Yeah, let's play the note G here with the thumb. Together with the note D, open. Okay? So we have this kind of scissor movement here. Never let this happen. Okay? Always this move. Okay? Good. Full chords, of course. At this moment, we're going to play everything free stroke. Okay? Good. First exercise is how to play the thumb louder, the bass note louder. Okay, good. Good job, man. Of course, many people do that in a kind of intuitive way. You just think of a louder note, and something happens in your hand that you manage to play the bass note louder than the top note. But the thing is, this kind of intuitive thing can just lead you as much far. Yeah? We need to be a bit more rational about that. In the case of the thumb, to be able to have a really solid bass, it's important to use a bit the weight of the hand going in. So instead of playing like that, playing out, we are going to release the weight of your forearm over the thumb. So just do that, as though you are doing this. Okay? Okay? So into the string and out. Yeah? But doing the whole arm, doing a kind of if you want to do a kind of large movement and then diminish the movement, it's alright. Start like this. Yeah? I don't mind if you get a noise like that at first. And then, gradually, you reduce the movement, but keep the shape of them. Okay? Good. Now, without moving the arm. Okay? But make sure that we really press the string. to this, we are going to hear this. Why? Because as I do this movement of putting more weight on the thumb, this finger gets slightly off position. Okay? So it plays more on the surface of the string instead of digging into the string. So this one digs, this one serves. Okay? This one dives, this one serves. Okay? So if you want to see it sideways, a slight movement of the wrist, very slight, for me at least. Good. Okay, fine. Now we have to reverse. Instead of having this, get silent please. Yeah. Instead of having this, we are going to have this. How do we do that? Try to find out your way. Okay, good. It's a bit in reverse. Imagine that this is your movement. So far, you've been doing this movement, right? So you enhance the thumb. Now we're going to do the opposite. You are going to move the hand a bit forward, so this part of the arm does this movement. Okay? Can you do this with the arm? Yeah, downwards. Yeah, don't do this, please. Yeah, and try to get this rotation here. So this is for playing the thumb. Yeah, going with the thumb end. Yeah. This is for playing louder with the index. Yeah, you sort of dig into the index finger. So let's try to do that with your playing position. So get more nail onto the string and more pressure. Okay. So it gets more organized. Let's do twice. Listen to this. We're going to do this. First time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait. Listen to the end of the note, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah? But first time we're going to do with a loud thumb and quiet talk. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the thumb instead of playing up way up. Try it. Yeah, it's a higher wrist. Good, yeah, good, good. Yeah, very nice. Again, together. Together is more discipline. 3, 4. Very nice. Let's reverse now. Now I want you to hear the index finger a bit louder. Okay? So, yeah, your wrist goes in. Or goes out, actually, the finger goes in, but the wrist goes out, and we have 3, 4. And there's only this movement, don't use this, okay? 3, 4. Very, very nice, very nice. Let's do the same, thumb and middle finger, playing G and G. Okay, so first thumb. 3, 4. Okay. Even ugly sounds have to be beautiful. That is, no buzzing. Okay? Just play as loud as the guitar sounds good. Okay? 3, 4. Fantastic. Reverse. Now I want to talk loud notes. 3, 4. That's fantastic. Let's do thumb with A finger. Okay, first one with the loud thumb, yeah? 3, 4. The thumb is a bit. I want to hear a beautiful sound on the thumb, yeah? Get the very best part with your nail. Yeah? Good. 3, 4. Very nice. Reverse now. I want to hear a loud A finger. 3, 4. this. Listen first. 3. Yeah, listen first. Okay, 3, 4. Very nice. All 4 together under one loud thumb. Yeah? 3, 4. Okay, now I want a loud index finger with 4 fingers. How do you get that? How can you hook only the first finger? Yeah? Just wait. Just wait, silence please. Yeah. I'll tell you what I do. Of course, people have slightly different techniques. I'm going to tell what I do. You might try at home, but you might come to a different conclusion. I keep this finger locked. That is, it doesn't do this. It plays like this, while these 2 are loose. Okay? So the effect is... It's a straight index finger. Don't do this. Okay? You realize that playing good voicing on the guitar is a very complicated art. Not many people do that. That's why many times when we hear guitarists playing, let's say a Pavana by Luis Milan or a fugue by Bach, it sounds like a big arpeggio. We don't feel much difference in between the different voices. It's because that kind of technique is really not very developed. Yeah? But if we don't work on that, you'll never get it. Yeah? Now, I'll tell you the really hard one. We are going to play 4 notes together and only M finger loud. Slightly apart from the M finger, and then I hook the M finger over the index finger. So I play like this. Okay? So, and the A finger, A finger is a bit apart. Good. Good. I see that some people have results, some people don't. So now you realize that there's a thing about the right hand. Fingers, they have different, how can I say, muscular tonus. Yeah? Some of them are more stretched, some of them are more curled, some of them are more tense, and some are more relaxed. Some are more hooked, some are more stretched. Yeah? If you don't have that, you don't have voicing. Let's do the easy one to finish with, which is a loud A finger. Lágrima, okay? But with A finger. So instead of listening to this, that is what we hear 90% of the time, which is not very musical, we are going to do this. Okay? Can we try that? Let's do wrong first, because it's good to feel things wrong. So everything very, very equal, very similar. So hold on, hold on. Hold on. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, good. Stop. Enough, enough, enough. It's appropriately horrible. Okay? Now let's play it beautifully. Okay? And beautifully involves 2 things, 3 things. Legato. Melody forward. That is, you play A finger louder. And don't make squeaks. Lift your first finger as you move, okay? So, 1 and 2, 3.